Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. This is Complicated Conversations with Shanika, and we are about to have some talk time. Okay, before we get off into that, I want to apologize. I know I have not done a video in a while. I had a health issue that I had to take care of and get together. One thing I do want to say to all the YouTubers and just to the busy workers of the everyday life. If you got a health issue that has come about, you take care of that, because nothing is more important than your health. And don't let nobody else tell you different, because they will. I don't care what it is that you're doing. If you got a health issue you need to take care of, you take care of that, because that's what's important. You're important. Most of the time, the house can't go round if you're not taken care of. So I was just out doing a little bit of ripping and running, and I figured I would do a video. And this one is very important to me. Once again, I want to thank all of you guys for being patient with me. Thank you guys for jumping into my inbox, just asking me, where am I? Where have you been? Are you okay? Thank you so much for, that concern. I'm all right. I just had to get some things taken care of that was very important to me. So we're going to get off into this. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share this video to someone that you know may need it. Share it to yourself. Share it to your page. Like I said, if I could just help one person, then I win. These videos that I do, they're just to help, to give insight on things, to give my opinion on what I've been through, and if I can help somebody else not go through some of what I maybe have went through and learned. So let's get off into it. Okay. This video today is going to be about mistakes. Yes. Mistakes. We all make them. None of us is perfect. Nobody has no playbook on how life is supposed to go. You just know that you should do right, and you try to do that. Okay, but in the process of that, we make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Everybody falls short. Everybody is a paycheck away from being homeless. Everybody. So nobody is bigger or better than the other person. Now, let me say this, and this video is for the men and women. When you make a mistake, regardless of what gender you are, you try your best to fix it with whomever it may be, a family member, a friend, a significant other, a spouse. Try your best to fix it. Because, see, you don't know who you may need in this life. And trust me, we end up needing somebody. Definitely God. You put him first before everything. But we all end up needing somebody. So you put him first. Now, yeah, I got my bonnet on, so I don't want to hear it. Don't be tripping. I'm in my relaxed mode today. So, with mistakes, we often feel like once we make the mistake, depending on what mistake it was, we're not forgiven. We beat ourselves up about it. We make ourselves feel bad about it. And sometimes we allow other people to beat us up about it. Yes. And other people feel like they have the right of way to beat you up about it. They don't. Trust me, they don't. Because they boo-boo stink just like yours do. Yeah. It all smell the same. Like dookie. So don't let nobody beat you up about no mistake that you've ever made in your life. Because if it was a mistake, then it can be corrected. And most of the times we feel like when we make mistakes that, oh my God, it's such a big mistake. It ain't even no need of correcting it. I might as well just leave it like it is. Some mistakes you can't correct, but you can move forward. You can move forward. And there are some that you can correct. It's just up to you if you're willing to do it. Sometimes we let our stubbornness and our bullheadedness keep us from correcting those mistakes, from fixing them, from talking to that loved one or that spouse or that friend or that family member, because we don't want to be looked at as though we done something wrong. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. If it was your mistake, it's your mistake. Now, that's not to say that you should go to hell or jail for it, but it was still your mistake. And it's still up to you to correct it. And let me say this. Most of the mistakes that you make, that you know were wrong, and you sit on it and don't correct it, your life kind of go like this for a while until you correct it. Because let me explain something to you. God is going to hold you accountable for those mistakes that you know you made that were wrong, and you're not trying to fix them. You're not trying to apologize to God. You're not trying to apologize to that person. You're not trying to make your wrongs right. Now, he also said that God said he will make your wrongs right. But there are some things that you can do too, because he gave you a brain for a reason. So don't let your stubbornness and your bullheadedness get in the way of you doing the right thing by yourself or by people, especially people that you know love you and only want the best for you. Because see, what you don't understand is when you swish them away, those are the ones that you need. Most of the time, we end up keeping the people in our life that just don't mean us no good. Like, that's one big mistake. Yes. We end up keeping the ones in our life that don't want to do anything but bring you down, take from you. They're jealous of you. They feel some type of way over you. They talking about you. It'd be a mess. But them the ones that we end up keeping because we figure we could change them. That's a mistake. That's a big mistake. You can't change nobody but yourself and your environment and the way you behave and react to things. Other than that, you can't change no person. They got to want to change for themselves. So if you being mistreated by a man and you stand there and dealing with it and dealing with it and dealing with it, I'm not saying your husband, because if you married that dude, then that's what you dealing with until you decide not to. See, I don't tell people to leave their husband. Now, I ain't finna tell you stay there and get your behind beat down either. That ain't what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you're with somebody and maybe you've been with them for 2-3 months and he just acting horrible, boo, cut him off. Because let me say this. When you entering in a relationship, 2 or 3 months is too early for buddy to be cutting up. That's just too early. That lets you know that's a dead giveaway right there, that's a mistake. So just like you slid in, slide out. Mistakes can be corrected. God can fix all things. All things. It doesn't matter what you have done or what you're thinking of doing. If you know that it's a mistake, don't do it. And you can kind of pretty much tell when it's a mistake because it feels wrong to you. It don't feel right. It don't feel like it was the right thing or like you're about to do the right thing. So correct it and fix it, or try not to do it. Man, pray. To y'all that don't pray, how about you add a little bit of prayer in your life? Because that helps, believe it or not. I don't know I don't know how people live their life without God. I'm not judging anybody, but I've been through so much in my life that I just couldn't go a day without him. Like, I can't. I have to tell him thank you. Because there are things that happened in my life that I know for a fact it was nobody but his help that got me through it and to it. So, kind of mending your mistakes means fixing you. Fixing you is very vital. It's very vital to your children, to yourself, to your family members, to your friends, to God. Because he put you on this earth for you to enjoy your life and have a good life. But sometimes we wrap ourselves up with the wrong people so many times that it be really hard to enjoy your life. You go through your life constantly having to protect yourself, to protect your feelings, to look out for people that's trying to use you or mistreat you. And it's not right, but we go through that. So changing you is very important. That's very important to dealing with mistakes. Because they are just what they are. They're mistakes, baby, and you can't change it. Whatever happened, happened. Don't let nobody beat you down about nothing that you've done. If it's wrong, it's between you and God. Now, I'm not going to tell you to keep making the same mistake, though. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't allow nobody to mistreat you, to misuse you, to talk down to you, to belittle you. Because 9 times out of 10, they've made the same mistake or probably one worse. But because they feel like you won't say anything back, yeah, they'll push it off on you and make like your mistake was the size of the whole globe. No, don't allow nobody to do you like that. Change you. I was told, it's okay to be down. It's not okay to stay down. I may say this a few times throughout a few of my videos. I lost my mother in December of 21 from COVID. And we buried her in January, on her birthday, January the 15th. And this is now November. And let me tell you, I still cry. I still find myself going through those moments of what was, what you thought should have been, what could have been, what you miss about that person. And I have my moment. Those are my moments. And don't ever let nobody tell you nothing different, because you are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to hurt. So there are days that I still have my days. And, other people tell me, that may last a long time. And that's all right. That's all right. Because even though I still have my days, I still try my best. And I get up every morning to do the best that I can in my life, in this life. Because I am determined to be happy. I am determined to have joy. I am determined to live a joyful and prosperous life. That's what I'm determined about. I'm determined to be wealthy. See, I claim that. I put that out there into the energy, into the world. And you put it out there as well. You ain't got to be on YouTube and say it. You can put it out there in your home. Claim that wealth. Claim generational wealth over your kids. Baby, I pray over my grandkids and my great-grandkids, and I don't even have any yet. But I don't want them to go through some of what I went through. So I'm going to start praying for them now before they even come here. So see, there's a lot of things that you can change, and a lot of circumstances that happen in our life most of the time is to change some things in your life. We don't understand it, but yeah. So you go with the flow. You get up every day believing that this day is going to be a little bit better than the day before. Set realistic goals. And I know y'all probably thinking like, but I thought she was just talking about mistakes. I am. Because these things, if you don't do them, you will make awful mistakes that can take years and years and years and years to come back from. So see, no matter what you do in life, you will always still forever until you leave here make mistakes. But you could be careful with the ones that you make if you're making better choices. Be better to you. Be better to your children. Forget what everybody else is saying and doing and thinking. Create your own you. Be your own self. I've been doing these videos for about a year now. And guess what? Whenever I feel like dressing up, I'll dress up. Until then, I'm going to be myself and I'm going to be comfortable. Because no matter what nobody say, I know I look good. You have to know it and believe it. Now, do you think like that every day? You're supposed to, but there are some days that you don't. It's some days that you may be depressed, you may be down, you may be frustrated or irritated. Everybody has those days. It goes according to how you handle it. That depends on the outcome. So for mothers, fathers, be careful with the mistakes, because some mistakes can hurt a lifetime. Some mistakes you have to deal with and live with for a lifetime. So instead of doing that, change. Change small things about you if you don't think you could change big things. And what I mean by small things, let's say you're a really big pop drinker. I love pop. Like, my favorite pop is Pepsi. I wish they lived next door to me. That's my favorite pop, Pepsi. Everybody that know me know I'm a Pepsi girl. But there are things that I have to change. I'm getting older, not old, older. And so I have to drink water. I hate water. I really do. I hate the taste. I even hate bottled water. I just hate the taste of it. But I know that I have to drink it because it's good for me. It helps cleanse the toxins out of your body. It helps your skin. It helps your internal organs. So it's good for you. Even though I can't stand drinking it, I still drink it. Yeah, I'm outside of my car, so y'all gonna hear all kind of cars going by. But that's what I mean by when I say little small mistakes. You can change small things in your life. Let God change the big things. You just work on the small things. And that way, when some of those mistakes start to occur, you could be like, I made this same mistake last time. I ain't doing this again. That's what I mean. So even though it may seem like I may not be on the same topic as I started off, I am. I just try to go in and then come back out, so you'll understand what it is that I'm saying. Everything that I'm saying to you, I've been there and I've done that. I've made quite a few mistakes. Yes, because I'm not perfect. Nobody is. You can't hold nobody accountable for their mistakes. Give it to God. And if you don't know who God is, try to find you a church home. That's the best way I can explain it, because he is the best thing in my life. And I don't care where I'm at and who I'm in front of. I'm going to say it to the third power. He's the best thing. So if you're not sure of how to get off into him, find you a church. Just walk in there with whatever you got on and start there. Because it starts somewhere, correcting your mistakes. It has to start somewhere. And that somewhere is with you. Okay? So if you are mentally beating yourself up about mistakes that you've made, hey, look, this is life. You ask for forgiveness. If you're able to, you tell that person, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And you move on, because if they don't forgive you, then that's on them. That's between them and God, not you, because you done what you were supposed to do. I tell my kids all the time, don't worry about what the other person did in the problem. Worry about what you did in the problem and what you didn't do. Worry about that. See, fix your wrong. Don't tell me what somebody else did and that was the reason why you did X, Y, Z. The issue is that you still did it regardless of what the reason was. So fix your issue. And if they don't want to hear it, that's okay. Long as you know you did what was right. And that's what it's about. So, I'm not going to be long. I just wanted to speak on that. That's been on my mind for a couple of days, and I've been trying to get a video out, but it's been so hectic and busy that I haven't been able to. But I'm gonna start back on my regular routine, so y'all start back hearing from me more than often as usual, and we gonna have that gossip. So here's what I'm saying to you. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. So don't try to be perfect. Just change the small things. And as life go on, you'll be able to to change the big things if God hasn't already changed them. Okay? Okay. Now, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe this video. Send it to somebody you think that may need it. I will be dropping more content to you guys. So it can be on your laptop, your cell phone, your computer, whichever device you use. I missed y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I really missed y'all. I missed y'all. I've been on a nice little journey for this little month and a half. But I'm going to explain some things to y'all and some things that I learned too, because once again, you never stop learning. You're always learning every day. Like I learn from my kids. I got grown kids. I'm learning certain dances and certain moves and certain lingo and languages. And I love it because it keeps me young. It keeps me new. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all the love, all the feedback. Please leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if it's something you want me to discuss. Let me know if you want me to give my opinion on an issue that you got on your mind. Drop it in the comments below and let's see how we can work it out. Okay? All right. Now, what's our usual? Let's get it. Make sure you be bold, be you, and be beautiful. Okay? And God bless.